Hey everybody. So today I'm excited to introduce you to Lauren. She is one of our wine reps. We actually buy a ton of wine from Lauren because she always brings us really good wine. And she works for an importer. The name of the importer is David Bowler. And yeah, we get to interact with Lauren a lot. So I'm really excited to introduce you guys to her. And we're gonna get some info about a special dessert wine we have in. It's from the Canary Islands. It's great for the holidays. And Lauren's going to talk to us about it. Yay.
Hey guys, thanks Nicolina. So yeah, we have this amazing wine that comes from the Canary Islands. It's from a producer called Los Bermejos. They're located in the Lanzarote, which is one of the 7 islands in the Canary Islands. And you know, these wines are super cool because you just can't believe that they are actually making wine in the Canary Islands. It's right in the Atlantic, right next to Africa. Really extreme weather conditions. So you're getting these violent winds. It's so hot, hardly any irrigation. So they create something called hoyos, which are these craters, you know, dug in the ground, and they have their bush vines, and then they surround it by rocks. So the rocks are there to protect the bush vine. And then the only water, the only irrigation that they're getting is actually the winds blowing over the ocean water into these little hoyos, and they just are able to retain the water in them. So it's
the kind of you sent me. Yeah, I mean, it really does look like the moon, like you were saying. Like
it's like a lunar landscape. You're like, what am I looking at right now? But these wines it's really incredible. It's all handmade. The actual craters. There's something called chavocos too, which are actually created from volcanic, the shaking of the plates move and create these slits in the earth, and they would go ahead and they would plant vines in there too. So it's getting to it's just really cool. Everything they do is so well thought out.
They figured out a way how to grow vines and crazy terroir. Yeah. And oh, that's what I was gonna say next. So there's some controversy about like volcanic terroir and if it really imparts a flavor or not, but I think it's undeniable, right? Like this wine, like what's the flavor profile of this wine and the others that we off of, yeah.
So it's inevitable that, you know, those volcanoes that erupted 500 years ago, leaving all this like black ash. I mean, how could it not, you know, impart that into the flavor? I mean, that's definitely there, and it's what makes these wines so unique. Is that black ash, that volcanic soil. But you're also, I mean, these grapes are indigenous. There's just nothing quite like them. You can smell the volcano. It's hard to explain even what that smell is, but you can sort of imagine it. And when you're, you know, swirling around the glass, it's like really aromatic and identifiable. So yeah. So
this one in particular, it's like really nutty and almost like a ginger, like caramelized ginger kind of aroma. Would you say? Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. This is not your typical sweet wine, like syrupy thing that you think of. This would complement foie gras. This will complement cheese, your pies. Like, it's nutty. It's like, ooh, a Marcona almondy and savory, and then a little quince and spice and
like
floral.
Hard sheep's cheese for sure. Like something with a lot of fat in the cheese. Yeah.
Exactly. This wine is super special. It's super exciting. They come in these tiny little bottles with an olive oil spout kind of thing. It's like to resemble that. So you could actually recycle them and use them as olive oil.
See, it's such a great gift, you guys.
It is. It's a perfect gift. And you could buy it for yourself too. And it's great. It's just something really cool. It will last a long time too. Keep it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And you'll keep going back to it because it's delicious.
Yeah.
I don't know, did we say what the grape was?
Oh, I don't even think we got to that yet. No, let's do that.
So, the details of the actual wine. because it's the actual Canary Island is so fascinating and fun to talk about. But the actual wine is a Los Bermejos. In the Lanzarote, which I did say, the grape is 100% Malvasia volcanico. This is a cross of an indigenous grape, Marmejuelo and Malvasia. It's a sweet wine, naturally sweetened, not fortified. So it's just like late harvest, just ripe grapes. And this is made in the solar system. So old French oak, where they just keep topping off the juice. And it's just like all these different vintages, which gives it that oxidative nuttiness. But yeah, no, these wines are badass. And there's so much history in the Canary Islands. I mean, they were extremely important and historic in the 16th, 17th century, the colonial era, where they're all over England, and Shakespeare referenced these wines, Sweet Malvasia, as, you know, drinking a sweet canary, or, fancy schmancy Shakespeare words. But yes, they're cool.
It's like, I'm really glad that everyone gets to like hear a little bit of, because like we're so lucky we get to do this all the time. Like Lauren comes into the shop, or used to come into the shop more before COVID, but like, she knows so much, and we get to taste with her, and she gets to tell us all these cool stories. So I'm just glad everyone has a little chance to hear the stuff that we get to hear from you all the time. And yeah. Fun.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And there are so many other islands, and you have those islands too. You have wines from La Palma, the Tenerife. So if you're looking for dry wines, not just sweet wines, Depenier has Canary Islands.
I'll link those too.
Yes. All right.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Happy holidays.